Did you know that in the past 30 days alone, shorelines from Sicily to South Carolina have seen migrant vessels wash up in numbers unseen in years, and no one is sounding the alarm? What if I told you that this is exactly the beginning of the silent invasion Mirjana warned us about? A societal takeover unfolding so subtly that most believers won't notice until it's too late. We begin under an amber dusk on a quiet beach. Mirjana spoke of a shoreline where children once built sandcastles, now only to find foreign footprints that carry new laws, new customs, new loyalties. She said that the first wave isn't armies with tanks or jet fighters. It's ideologies crossing borders like drifting seaweed, settling in our schools, our towns, even our homes. This societal invasion arises under the guise of charity, opportunity, or humanitarian relief, but it is rewriting the moral DNA of our nation. In recent weeks, Italian Coast Guards reported nearly 10,000 arrivals in a single weekend. Young adults, families, unvetted and streaming in under the radar. On the U.S. Gulf Coast, roughly 4,500 migrants landed in Florida just last month, disembarking near sleepy Gulf communities without any formal processing. Smuggling rings are circumventing official ports, shipping in laborers without visa checks, and quietly renting suburban first-floor units across southern states. Russian warships, their radar fixed on U.S. waters, have been spotted near Pensacola, yet these vessels sail without confrontation as if to remind us who watches from beyond our horizon. At the same time, offshore cyber intrusions have battered local power grids in East Texas. No sirens sounded, no explosions heard, but neighborhoods faced rolling blackouts, an insidious reminder that invasions need not be physical to cause chaos. Then in Washington, a bill was quietly passed redefining terms of citizenship and residency, allowing automatic in-state college tuition for newly arrived foreign nationals within 30 days of landing. This swim for the shoreline, this reshaping of identity and belonging, happens while we remain distracted by football games or tax debates. Every shift chips away at the bedrock of our peaceful, biblical society. Revelation 13 verse 1 warns us, "Then I saw a beast rising out of the sea." The sea in Scripture represents the world's nations, and that beast is a power coming unseen. Mirjana's vision wasn't of tanks, it was of this beast rising through culture, spreading unchecked moral confusion. The silent invasion she pictured is not knocking or demanding entry, it is already walking into our front door. Now, if we fail to act, the brutal consequences will be devastating. In small towns across the Mississippi Delta, rising crime rates have followed these demographic changes. We've seen reports of culturally imported gangs using social media to recruit neighborhood youth. In one town near Beaumont, Texas, burglary rates have jumped 32% just in the last 3 weeks. Authorities whisper of perpetrators who vanished back across the shoreline before local sheriffs even knew what hit them. Emergency services struggled when multiple unregistered migrants fell terribly ill on arrival. Legitimate patients were triaged out, swapped, leaving locals with delayed care. In California's Central Valley, migrant-driven labor pools have depressed wages by nearly 20% in the past month, forcing families living paycheck to consider moving or choosing how to heat their homes. That's the cost of silence, loss of security, health, identity, dignity. And yet it gets even more chilling. We learn that imported educational materials, textbooks, and online curricula are being translated into dozens of languages and distributed in public schools without debate. Lessons promoting radical global citizenship are replacing biblical moral teaching. In Arizona, one school district dropped prayer at sporting events and substituted it with a moment of cultural reflection, an abstract, emotion-driven exercise in relativism. Pastor friends in Florida tell me student guidance counselors are teaching children to self-identify gender during lunch hour without parental consent. These are not harmless changes, they are targeted societal recalibrations that ship in unstable values and ship out our traditions. As believers, we cannot merely lament. We must respond with both faith and practicality. Fasting and prayer are our spiritual shield. But that's not all. Proverbs 31's wisdom woman didn't just pray, she stocked her pantry, safeguarded her home. You must fit what comes into your home. That means inspecting what your children are taught, what your family reads, watches, and absorbs. Look at your entertainment, from video games to Netflix, and ask, who's writing the script, and what worldview are they promoting? Review what's in your refrigerator and pantry. Are ingredients from suspicious supply chains? Is your local co-op buying foreign labor-picked goods? Check local ordinances. Are new zoning votes quietly allowing migrant housing next door? Get informed. Simultaneously, hold fast in prayer. Believe that God is working through these times. We're promised in Romans 8 verse 28, all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to His purpose. If He allowed Mirjana to receive that shoreline warning, it's so we would prepare and stand. Pray for discernment. Pray for local leaders to see the danger. Pray for families hit by sudden economic or health crises. Pray for your church. Give voice in your prayer closets to the unseen invasions that Scripture tells us are real. But be warned, if we shrink back, consequences will multiply. Your children could grow up speaking a language you don't understand, wearing beliefs you don't hold. Your taxes may spike to fund infrastructure supporting unvetted labor. Power outages may become a regular reality if cyber invaders from foreign shores probe our weak grids, all while our national identity evaporates in silence. Numbers may be pouring ashore, but soon these invaders will be in our markets, our ballots, and our churches if we do nothing. You're feeling that sinking in your soul, that deep dread because God placed this burden there. You're seeing the headlines: migrant surges in Italy, boat stocking in Delaware River, cyber breaches in power substations in Georgia, and Mirjana's prophecy is coming alive before our eyes. This is the makings of Revelation's beast, rising from the sea. The crisis is not speculation, it is happening now. So here is what we do. Start today with what's within your walls. Let the media your children absorb. Let the schools they attend, the curriculums they're taught, even the languages they're learning. Probe what local councils are approving. Build a small stockpile of emergency food, water, medicine. Proverbs 6 verse 6 teaches wisdom from the ant. Prepare before need arises, not after. Gather your family at night. Pray together. Declare Psalm 91 protection over your home. Ask your church to pray out these shoreline invasions. Believing God's plan is your anchor. Stay on top of local news. Subscribe to council minutes. Join community watch groups. Write to your state legislators and governors demanding transparency in migrant settlements. Help amplify the voices of pastors in affected regions, folk in Del Rio, Texas, who see more new arrivals by bus than the town has hotel rooms. Bring that to light, not silence. Mirjana's message is unfolding in real time. The shores are filling, but few realize the host arriving isn't just flesh. It's foreign systems, foreign laws, foreign allegiances. The beast doesn't come crashing in, it seeps. Let no one say they weren't warned. Psalm 33 declares, "The earth is the Lord's, in the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein." We must take territory back in the name of Christ, through vigilance, prayer, and practical action. This is our watch. This is our shore. The silent invasion is here, and the day of reckoning draws near. Do not sleep. Guard your thresholds. Pray without ceasing. Believe that, as Proverbs 21 verse 31 says, "The horse is made ready for the day of battle, but victory rests with the Lord." The silent invasion may rise, but through faith and preparedness, we stand unshaken. This is not the end, it is our waking call.